Hey, it's Dave, and I'm glad to have you back with me on this Friday morning. Well, it's Friday right now when I'm recording this, Friday morning at 5 a.m. So maybe you're watching this at like a normal hour, not at 5 a.m., because you're a normal person. You don't get up this early. But I appreciate you following us on YouTube. I appreciate you checking out the podcast. And what I'm trying to do is I'm doing this on video, obviously, because you can see me. Hello. And I'm recording it at the same time. So the audio will go on the podcast. And then if you want to watch the video version of the podcast, you're watching that now. And we're just going to see how it goes. I'm not guaranteeing no bloopers or anything like that, but we're just going to try it and see what happens. Follow us, subscribe down here somewhere. You'll see subscribe. You'll see the little thumbs up, the bell icon. I think it's a bell, and that way you'll be notified whenever we post new videos. So we've been getting more subscribers on the YouTube channel, so that's encouraging because I had no idea what would happen, especially since seem to be the only one at the station who wants to get on video. So I'm trying to get the other guys to do it, but for now you're stuck with me. And again, I appreciate you subscribing, following the podcast because that's taking off too, and I really appreciate that. And also, you're following us on Facebook, X, Instagram. You're giving online to support the ministry, and that is you can do that at wcrh.org and get your events on our community calendar. That's at wcrh.org too. And let me do something right here on my computer first. There we go. So maybe that's a little better. I don't know. I know the lighting in here isn't the best, but I'm still working on it. We're getting there slowly. I'm in my office, and we're slowly getting to where we need to be. And if I don't look like I'm looking at you, bear with me because I'm trying to figure that out too, because I don't know. But if you listen to me in the morning, if you've been following the podcast, you maybe have heard me mention just some situations my family has been going through. And I'm not going to go into detail about that right now, but kind of the Reader's Digest version of it. Right before Share-a-thon this year, the Sunday night around 7 o'clock, actually Sunday night, a couple days before Share-a-thon, just some news came out about something going on in my family, and it was basically somebody was involved in some online activity that they didn't need to be involved in. It wasn't me, but one of my kids just got caught up in some stuff that they shouldn't be involved in, and it was really a blow to our family. Things are good now. Things are good. There's been some people that have stepped in, helped us out, and it's been a hard time. But we're finally starting to come through it and recover. And I never really understood when people would talk about how they felt closer to God in the trials when things got harder. I always thought that doesn't really make any sense to me, but it makes sense to me now. And not that I have never really felt close to God, or not that I haven't been through trials before. But something about this one, and whenever it hit, whenever the news came out, I found myself praying, which was good, but all I could pray was help. I would just say, Lord, help. And that's all I could think of to say, just help. You have to help. You have to step in. You need to help us here. I don't know what to say. And it drew me closer to him. And I'm not saying that to brag or anything. I'm just telling you that that's what happened. And I know maybe you've been through that experience too, where you lost a loved one, something happened, a financial situation, whatever it is. And for some reason, those are the times we feel closer to God. And I think, for me anyway, it was because I like to do things on my own. I like to try to figure things out on my own. I'm a guy. I like to fix things. But this situation I couldn't fix. This situation I wasn't even equipped for. I haven't even heard of anything like this situation I found myself in. So I didn't even know where to start. So I had no other option but to give it to God. And I think that's why God allows trials in our lives, so we can realize that we need to lean hard into him. We can't do anything apart from him. That's a good place to be. It was tough. Don't get me wrong. It was a hard few months, especially since it happened right before Share-a-thon. Then I had to get on Share-a-thon and pretend like everything was okay. And if you don't know what Share-a-thon is, that's our annual fundraiser. So it wasn't easy. I'll tell you that much. But some people were always there to help me through it, and it's been a good thing. And I would never want to go through it again, but God did bring us through, and he will bring you through. And one of the verses, I got to get my Bible here, so if I'm not looking at just because I'm reading here, but Psalm 130, and I'm reading out of the New American Standard. Psalm 130, verse 1. Out of the depths I have cried to you, O Lord. Lord, hear my voice. Let your ears be attentive to the voice of my supplications. Then I go down to verse 6 of Psalm 130. My soul waits for the Lord more than watchmen for the morning. Indeed, more than watchmen for the morning. And Psalm 40 is one too, where he says, I waited patiently for the Lord. He inclined to me and he heard my cry. And he brought me up out of the pits. He brought me up out of the miry clay, out of the depths. And those were psalms I turned to a lot during this time. And I can point to and say, my soul cried out to him. I was frustrated. A lot of crying, a lot of literal crying, a lot of down on my face, a lot of pleading to God to step in and intervene in this situation. And he did. And he didn't do it immediately. And again, he didn't do it exactly the way I wanted him to do it or I thought he should do it. But that's always a good thing because my way is never as good as his way. Your way is never as good as his way. So I hope this makes sense. I hope I'm getting my point across because basically my point is that God will allow trials into our lives. He will allow things to happen to draw us closer to him. Because I think it's, for me anyways, because I'm so hard-headed and stubborn that the only way God can get my attention sometimes is when all other options are gone. Does that make sense? You know, when all other options are off the table, when I can't figure it out. Unfortunately, that's what it takes sometimes for me to really depend on God. I'm learning, I'm growing, but it took something like this for me to actually say, I feel closer to him than I've ever felt. I don't have all the answers. I haven't arrived. I'm not any better than you. But it takes the hard times. So if you're going through the hard times, lean into God and know that he is working and that you will come through it and that you will look back on it and you will be able to say, it was through those times that God drew me closer to him and I feel closer to him than I ever have. And you'll be able to say that. He brings you through. His mercies are new every morning. There may be weeping for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And it may take some time, but it will happen. He has promised to be faithful. So be encouraged today. I hope this encourages you. Thanks again for stopping in. Keep following us. Subscribe on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're listening on the podcast, I'm filming it. I'm taping. It's video. I'm on a camera for YouTube. I don't know what they call it anymore. But so you can watch it on the YouTube channel. Find us there at WCRH. If you're already on the YouTube channel, you know that. Subscribe, follow, like. If you're on the podcast apps, like us, follow us there, and let us know what you think. Leave a comment. Follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram. As always, I appreciate you stopping in. Thanks for all that you do. Take care.